What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with that guitar-playing fool, Will Leahey. What's happening, Will? We were just jamming right before
we were jamming, Ninja. Now I want to jam on something else, and it's a little thing I like to call baseball. And I want to talk about Blake Treinen, because if you're just checking out Pitch Ninja this year, you might not know how much we love Blake Treinen. And it's not just because we've hung out with him extensively, but it's because he might be the filthiest pitcher of all time. The stuff that he has and the movement he gets is almost on another planet. And he had a shit-inducing breaking ball yesterday, Ninja, and it got us thinking. I'd like you to wax poetic about the artist formerly known as The Witch. He's formerly known as The Witch because it was a nickname that Ninja gave him. But Blake is a man of faith, a quite religious man. And he didn't like The Witch nickname, so it's retired. But Ninja, tell us about Treinen. He's not having the greatest year of his career, but he's actually having a pretty good year.
Yeah, I think he'll be filthy well into his 80s. He's going to be taking his walker out there, little clapper, turn the lights on in the stadium, and then throw his nasty slider or two-seam or whatever. But dude is absolutely one of the filthiest pitches in the Pitching Ninja era. Maybe the filthiest pitcher of the Pitching Ninja era. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. He had one of the greatest years a reliever has ever had, with his .78 ERA a few years back, but he's been filthy from day one. But literally, most fun pitcher to watch, especially making overlays of, because his pitches do ridiculous stuff. Yesterday, actually, probably the pitch that was most eye-catching wasn't his best pitch. This pitch actually slipped, but even a slipped Blake Treinen pitch still induces crap-inducing fear from hitters. Hey, Siri, how do you get out of the way of a slider?
Okay, I found this on the web for how do you get out of the way of a slider. Check it out.
Those aren't very helpful, Siri. Anyway, Jose Siri here. Stocks and Joe Davis absolutely roasts him.
Strike one, Jose Siri bailing out of there as if he'd never seen a breaking pitch before.
And here's an overlay of Blake Treinen's sinker and slider. Again, I just love doing it because it looks so ridiculous. Now on to the rest of the whip around the league. We're going to start out with DJ Herz. DJ Herz helped the Nats shut down the Braves 5-1. He had 8 strikeouts and 5 scoreless innings, giving up only 1 hit. And his fastball, slider for a sword, these changeups, filthy stuff from DJ Herz. Just when you thought he was done, you'd see another one and another one. He faced Reynaldo Lopez, who was also outstanding yesterday, and he's probably not going to get enough props for the year he's having. He had 7 Ks in 6 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits. He had these curveballs, sliders, picked up a sword. His ERA right now is 2.02. And if you do the innings cutoff to 80 innings instead of being a qualified starter, Lopez would have the lowest ERA in baseball. He's thrown 115 innings. The second lowest would be Brian Wu. Raylo's ERA this year, 2.02. Merrill Kelly had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs. The D-backs slithered past the Red Sox 7-5. I'm sorry, Will. I seem to be saying I'm sorry, Will, a lot.
Well, the Red Sox have the hardest schedule the second half, and it's really showing now, Ninja, and they're falling out of this wild card chase. It doesn't feel good.
Playing the world's smallest violin for you.
I was just kind of stating facts, Ninja. It wasn't really a gripe.
Sounds a little whiny, Will.
I'm going to kill myself.
He faced the incredible Tanner Houck. He wasn't so incredible yesterday. He had 2 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 6 runs. He had the splitter and wicked sweeper for a sword. The Pirates sailed past the Reds 4-3. Luis Ortiz had 5 Ks in 6 scoreless innings. He had this fastball and slider. He faced Nick Martinez, who had 1 K in 3 innings, giving up 1 earned run and had this cutter. Marcus Stroman had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. The Yankees pounded the Rockies 10-3. And these two-seamers, including this front door two-seamer, as well as his wicked slurves. He faced Austin Gomber, who had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had this knuckle curve. And I have a feeling Will's going to say something about this game.
Well, there's no dong of the day here, Ninja. However, Yankees went back-to-back here.
Kind of like Tom Amansky.
Kind of. The second homer here was Judge's second homer of the day, giving him 51 jacks. And Ninja, I'd just like to point out that only one other player has even 40 jacks, and that's Shohei with 41. And there's only 8 other guys who've even reached 30 home runs, and Judge is sitting there at 51. So when we say this man is just in a different stratosphere right now, we really mean it. He will not stop.
Absolutely ridiculous stuff. Like, you have to just bow down before the monster that is Aaron Judge. The Blue Jays flew past the Angels 8-2. Kevin Gausman looked like Kevin Gausman once again. He had 10 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits. His velo looked back, and he had these wicked splitters and picked up a sword. This was good to see. He faced Tyler Anderson, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this cutter and changeup. The Marlins floated past the Cubs 7-2. Adam Oller had 6 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. And he ain't no
holler back girl, Ninja.
He isn't, because, again, he's a dude, Will. He had these fastballs, including this painted fastball and this painted slurve. He faced Javier Assad, the ass man, who had 3 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had these sinkers and this front door 2-seamer. Matthew Boyd had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run as the Guardians beat the Rangers 4-2. He had these wicked sliders. He faced Cody Bradford, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 earned run, and had this painted inside fastball. The Tigers mauled the White Sox 9-4. Bo Brisky was the opener. He had no Ks, gets no highlights other than Will's favorite clip. He faced good old Johnny Cannon, who had 4 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 5 runs, and had these sweepers, including this front door sweeper.
Well, Ninja, the Sox have now got themselves 100 losses. They are 31-100, and they have a .237 win percentage. And if they lose a couple more games, Ninja, they are in contention with the worst record in the modern era, the worst starting in 1901. The only team with the worst winning percentage right now is the 1916 Philadelphia Athletics at .235. So let's keep an eye out on that, Ninja.
Who was the manager of that team? Was that Connie Mack back then?
Unsure, Ninja.
Why don't we look that up? I'm curious now. Connie Mack! Check out the big brain on Ninja. Colby Allard had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. As the Phillies raced past the Royals 11-3. He had this fastball and changeup. He faced Seth Lugo, had 3 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs and 11 hits. He had these changeups and splitters, but is far from the Seth Lugo who was leading the league in ERA not too long ago. The Cards beat the Twins 3-2. The Trap King, Eric Fetty, had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits. He had his cutter, changeup at the knees, and his sweeper. He faced Zebby Matthews, good old Zebulon Matthews, who had 7 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run. He had his fastball, curveball, sliders, and picked up a sword. He actually had some pretty nasty stuff. This was a good pitching matchup. The A's beat the Brewers 4-3. Joey Estes had 5 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 hits and 2 runs. He had his painted changeup, slider, and sweeper. He faced Frankie Montas, who had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, and these upper 90s heaters, and this cutter. The Padres slipped past the Mets 3-2. This was good pitching from 2 of the more boring pitchers in baseball, Martin Perez and Jose Quintana. I mean, they're good pitchers, don't get me wrong. They're better than I am, but they're not that much fun to highlight. Martin Perez only had 1 K in 3 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run, and he faced Jose Quintana, who has the 5th lowest K per 9 in baseball. He had no Ks yesterday in 6 1/3 scoreless innings.
Ninja, I'd like to point out the reason the Padres slipped by him in this game is Jackson Merrill's walk-off home run, and we had just talked about Merrill versus Skeens for the MVP, and this Merrill making a really strong case here, an important win.
The Mariners glided past the Giants 4-3. Brian Wu had 7 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 earned run. He had no walks. He had these fastballs up to 97 miles an hour. Picked up a sword. He also had the sinker, changeup, and sweeper. And as we discussed earlier, he has the 2nd lowest ERA in baseball for anybody that's thrown over 80 innings this year. He faced Robbie Ray, who had 4 Ks in 3 innings, giving up 1 hit and 1 run. He had this painted fastball, slider, and knuckle curve, but had to leave the game early due to a lower body injury.
I think his pants might have been on too tight and cut off circulation.
I think you're right. The Dodgers down the Rays 3-1. Gavin Stone had 7 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these sliders and changeups. And here's an overlay of a 96-mile-an-hour fastball and that Gavin Stone changeup. You see what makes that changeup so filthy. He faced Jacob Lopez, who had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run. He had some really filthy sliders this game and absolutely wiped out Shohei with this slider. The Astros shot past the Orioles 6-3. Yusei Kikuchi had 4 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs on 2 hits. His fastball and wicked slider. He faced Dean Kramer, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had this painted cutter for a strike him out, throw him out double play, his splitter, and curveball. Now onto my filthiest relievers. Brian Abreu had these nasty sliders. Aroldis Chapman had these heaters. Joan Duran had this 99-mile-an-hour fastball and this hammer curveball. Jeremiah Estrada had this 99-mile-an-hour fastball and his chitter. Brian Hoeing had these splitters. Hey, Will, do you want to go hoeing after this video?
I'd absolutely love to, Ninja.
Tyler Holton had this nasty slider. Griffin Jacks had this curveball for a sword. Justin Martinez had this 91-mile-an-hour wicked splitter. Tommy Canely had this changeup. Mason Miller had this 102-mile-an-hour gas. Andres Munoz had these wicked sliders. And AJ Puck had sliders, a K to side, and picked up 2 swords. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, Yusei Kikuchi for his wicked slider. Number 4, DJ Herz for all his nasty stuff. Number 3, Kevin Gausman and his splitter, and just for having a really good outing yesterday. At number 2, Blake Treinen and that slider, not a great pitch, but a great reaction from Jose Siri. And at number 1, Emmanuel Clase for this absolutely perfect 100-mile-an-hour cutter. Look at this. I can't put stamps on an envelope better than that. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. Rowdy Tellez hit a dong and completed a pickoff, all in one move. My picks of the day today are a 4-leg same-game parlay plus. I'm going to start out with a same-game parlay of Max Fried for 5 Ks or more, and then add in Bailey Ober for 4 Ks or more, and then take Jamison Tyone for 5 Ks or more, and Edward Cabrera for 6 Ks or more. And then I'm going to add in my 25% profit boost token for any same-game parlay or same-game parlay plus of 3 legs or more to boost my profits by 25%. What would your picks of the day be?